Final Cut Pro versus CapCut. Which one would you actually prefer to use? For me, I've always said CapCut because CapCut's easier, it's more user-friendly. I don't have to get to know another system. It's like just something I got to know really quickly. Before that, I used a program called, oh man, it's like right there. It's on the tip of my tongue, baby. What was it? Oh gosh. It's like right, I can see the thing. It's like anyways. iMovie I used before. I never liked iMovie whatsoever. I feel like iMovie was ultra lame. Yes, I am buying time for me to remember the name of that editing program. Gosh, it's like, I don't remember what it was. It basically had it looked like a little fox head basically. And that, I don't know. I liked that program because it was easy to get to know. But I edited on my phone. I never edited at all whatsoever on a computer. Then I realized that they had a computer version of it, edited on there, and everything kind of changed. I fell out of love with it. Then CapCut came out and it was like, oh, cool. Boom, I can use this on the phone or the desktop. The problem with CapCut is $10 a month is what I have to pay for this program. And I don't like the fact that I have to continually pay until forever $10 a month for this program. And it's a good one though. I like it. I like what it does. It's highly capable and it does what it does. But YouTubers have got me convinced in my head, and I haven't really been convinced physically yet, but in my head, that if I had Final Cut Pro, that I would be using what professionals use. Now, there's other different programs like Adobe Premiere that other people use as well, professionals, you know, but they're saying if you want to use it for YouTube, when it comes down to editing YouTube videos, and when it comes down to editing even short films, you're gonna want Final Cut Pro versus something like CapCut, which is mainly used for social media of TikTok and short form to a little bit of long form content, which is crazy because it kind of makes sense. Plus I use a Mac, and with Final Cut Pro, it's made by Apple. So therefore, there's lifetime updates. If CapCut goes out tomorrow, CapCut's gone. There's nothing there for me, you know? It's not backed by anything but TikTok. So I don't know. So I'm kind of in this middle ground of like, all right, so right now I have the trial version of Final Cut Pro. So 90 days is what I have to make this decision to spend $300 on Final Cut Pro. Or continue to pay to all eternity $9 a month, or $10 a month technically, or $75 a year, or $129 a year. They give you discounts on the yearly price sometimes. Like right now, my discount is $75. So I'm at that point where I don't know what to do. I'm like, should I pay one time $300 or pay all eternity $10 a month? So that's $120 a year. So $120, $240, which I've already been paying for a year and a half. So I'm already almost to that $240. And then half a year later, I will have paid the full amount of what it would have took to buy Final Cut Pro one time and never have to buy it again. And get lifelong updates with it. With the subscription, it could continually go up. They could continually push it up. Today it's $10 a month. Next thing you know, next month it's $13.99 or something crazy, you know? I don't know. I truly don't know which one I should use. That's why I'm coming to the internet, YouTube specifically, to ask you, Is it true that Final Cut Pro is for the professionals? Like, if you're not going to use Adobe Premiere or anything else, like, you should just use Final Cut Pro versus using CapCut? Is CapCut really that frowned upon? Is it not worth my time to edit my YouTube videos in CapCut, whether it be on the phone or whether it be on the computer? Wherever I'm editing it at, I shouldn't be using CapCut? That's crazy. But just answer me that question, because I gotta know. I gotta know from a person who actually uses it. I don't want your opinion if you never used Final Cut Pro. I want your opinion if you've used both programs and you say, I prefer this program over that program because of this. You know? Because when I watch YouTube videos and they explain the differences and they show me their differences, it seems like minimal differences. It's like, some things are better for this, some things are better for that, and yada, yada, yada. Like, at one time, it was auto captions. So, auto-generated captions, you can just press a button, and it happens on CapCut, which is a pro feature, but it happens. Or, with Final Cut Pro, they didn't have it. Now they do, though. They have a version of it now. So, that's just a software update. Even if they didn't have it, that's just a software update. They could easily integrate just like that. I don't know how many people even buy Final Cut Pro. I have no idea how many people buy it. For what? I have no idea why or how they even buy it. But I will say this. For me personally, I've used CapCut for a while now, and I'm a creature of habit, so it feels like I just want to keep using it. It's easier, it's yada yada yada, whatever. With Final Cut Pro, it's not that easy, but it's not hard. You just got to get to know its things, you know? It's not hard, it's just different from what I already know. And sometimes that difference can be spending 20 minutes to do a 5-minute thing that you could have did in the other program. And at that point, it's like, it makes me feel like, well, why didn't I just use CapCut? Like, it just took me 5 minutes. Why don't you just go use CapCut? Why switch it up now? Because I'm tired of the $10 a month. That's why. I'm tired of paying $10 a month for something of that nature. Like, it just, I don't like it whatsoever. I don't like it. If I didn't have to pay for it, it was completely free, I wouldn't even be thinking about Final Cut Pro. I wouldn't care if it was for the professionals. I don't have an immense YouTube where I just do all this hyper editing and all this could be done so much better in Final Cut. No, I don't do all that. All I do is just what I do right here, you know? And I do edit other videos. It's not like this is the only type of editing I do, but I do edit other videos. And those other videos take more snips, more clips, more things. And what I do like about Final Cut Pro is it has the color grading, to me, is more on point and more like to the point than CapCut. With CapCut, you could overexpose your image and think it looks good. And probably for TikTok, it might actually look good. But then you bounce it out and you realize, like, and you kind of compare it to something like an actually good color grade, and you're like, why is mine so overblown? Like, dude, and you have to go in and start fixing things, and it almost looks like it doesn't have enough. So you turn it up just a little bit more, and then you compare the two, and it's like apples to oranges. You know, it's like they're on a whole nother level playing field than you are. You guys are both fruit, but this is an apple, that's an orange. That's why you got your stuff looking like that, and that's why mine looks like this. Because when you're doing color grading, it's not hard to color grade. You just got to know where you're wanting to go with it. I like strong, vibrant, bright images. That's what I like. So that's what I go for every time that I color grade. So it's not surprising that I overexposed one of the videos before, because I'm dialing it up to a percentage that I don't know that I'm going past. It's like not having the bar that goes from green to yellow to red to let you know that your audio is peaking. And to you, you have headphones on, you're like, oh, it sounds great, sounds fantastic, not knowing that you've turned it up way too much and you need to turn it down, and you're starting to peak. And when you listen to it back on someone's phone, you're like, why does it sound like that? Because you've messed up the audio, you know what I mean? You have to go back and dial it back down. That's kind of the same thing with color grading, is it's easier to leave it too low and have to dial it up versus trying to dial it down. It's once it's overexposed, it's basically it's RIP your footage, bro. Like, basically over for you, dog. All right, definitely gotta do that one. Boom. That's an easy trip. Easy trip on my favorite rocket ship. Boom. It's always interesting doing an alcohol run at 9 in the morning. It's like, why do you need it now? But yeah, so hit the comment section if you use Final Cut Pro or if you use Final Cut Pro or if you use CapCut. Which one do you prefer? If you've used them both, please let me know. Because which one do you prefer and why? If you use one over the other just because it's easier, that's basically the reasoning for me. And you can drop a comment too, but it's kind of like me talking down there because I've already done that. But if you use Final Cut Pro, why wouldn't you use CapCut? You know, those are the questions I kind of want to get answered with this video. And I hope someone sees this and is like, you know what? I personally, and they actually help me out with my question, because otherwise I'm just talking to myself and I'm still in the bewilderment of what to do. I don't know. So I have 90 days, so hopefully within the next 90 days I get an answer, all right? I appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace!